Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Wednesday market webcast. Okay, so we talked about this thing just marching along, and if the bears don't come in and do anything about it, you can expect more of the same. So we've headed up towards the upper Bollinger Band, leveled off a little bit in Globex tonight. So, I mean, you know, the bears need to try to push this thing back. We'll just go right to the hourly. It needs to start living below the hourly. We talked about yesterday the only real chance the bears had to assert any kind of authority at all was to try to close below the hourly midband. Well, you can see every time it approached that hourly midband, it wanted nothing to do with it. It couldn't touch it, let alone convert it. Goes ahead and does 46.31 into the close. So, you know, back on Monday, we talked about a couple of key areas that we saw on the daily chart, 45.85 to 86, which was a big area of resistance back January, February. And then, you know, the round number 4,600, which I was concerned we were going to kind of chop around. And maybe we still are. I mean, we haven't, you know, they go ahead and do, you know, they do 31. We're back into, you know, 46.12 area. I'll be interested to see if 4,600 does not want to be involved anymore. And then you've got things way down below, like weekly pivot. Just back to the daily. I mean, you're up above this area. So now you're really reaching back towards the high from January the 12th, 47.39. And, you know, if you do that, well, there's not much else. They took it down so hard off of 4,800 during the first, you know, call it, you know, what was that, 5 sessions of the year, where they literally took almost 300 handles off it, that you keep running into these air pockets where once price gets up into it, it seeks the next air pocket. Now, I'm not saying we're going all the way back to the all-time highs. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. Just take it one day at a time. And you know, the thing is, you know, if you worry about the 10 handles in front of you, the next 10 handles will take care of itself. So, I mean, we had a good day yesterday. We're in longs from down in the 45.97 area. We took some profits yesterday. We let them work overnight. We didn't get stopped out, which is great. And, you know, we'll see what that wants to do as we head into the open. The long from 31.75 that we talked about in yesterday's webcast, we ended up taking that off and around the open. You know, it's an 80 handle runner. It's a nice little trade. And you just have to trade what you see and respect risk. You don't know which ones are going to take off and which ones aren't. It's certainly not as nasty as it was last week as far as really big whipbacks that are taking people out of positions and then forcing them to get back in and do things like that. But I'm always very leery of major chop action around any round number. So while it's great we went from, you know, 4,600 up to 31, it's been a pretty choppy night. I can see the hourly mid kind of trying to seal off. It's trying. They've dealt with it 3 times now over the course of Globex. So hourly mid is at 46.16. So is volume weighted average price. Those are matched up at 46.16. Proprietary moving average is at 12. You got the daily pivot down there like 0583. So the daily pivot has been holding it up. The hourly mid band has been holding it in. So 05 to 15 has really been a chop zone. Globex overnight, at least off the open, whoever wins that zone is going to have a chance of at least winning the first part of the day, and then we'll see how we close. All right, everybody, that's all I got. Have a fantastic day. Be safe, be healthy, take care, trade them well, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.